Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the GLP Report podcast. We're back with episode 3 of season 3, and let me tell you, this is a very special episode. I am here with my co-host today, Jeff from DLP Town Square.
Hello.
And Patrick from our team at DLP Report.
Hello again, everybody.
So Patrick says hello again because let me tell you what happened. It is today, May 24th, and the great news is, as promised on the last episode, we are coming back with the opening date for Avengers Campus. So,
but we thought we weren't getting it.
So Avengers Campus will open on July 20th, 2022, and it was a lot of announcements today about the dates. The only thing is that we have actually recorded the podcast yesterday on May 23rd, and we had a really good time. And we talked about a lot of the stuff that we knew already and a lot of the concepts that are out there. So we feel that our podcast is mostly still valid. There are a few opinions on food, maybe, and a few things here and there that we didn't know. So we're discussing and
a few things that now you know that past us didn't know.
Welcome to the future, everybody. It's wild out here.
So we think that you will still have a good time enjoying our crazy chatter banter for the next hour or so. And so we're going to keep it. So we'll start with the news as usual. And then we're going to play Avengers Campus Roulette, where we discuss 22 topics about Avengers Campus, concept arts, news, photos, all the stuff that was released in the past weeks. And we will now be talking again about the date on July 20th because we didn't know when we recorded, but I think it will still be a lot of fun. You know, we debated a lot and we thought we're going to keep the episode because it's a good one and we had a lot of fun recording it. So
you can wait a month and hear our thoughts on some of the stuff that we didn't know about.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally all the things that happened today. We'll check it out in episode 4. It's gonna be fun.
Let's discuss today. It's very fun. We finally have dates, so everyone can book their trips. And I mean, what a ride it's been, this opening date. But it's finally here. We've learned a few new things. There's going to be some food trucks. We posted photos of the food. We posted some new concept art, some new details about, the meet and greets, the heroes, all that. So you can find all this on our page, but most of the stuff we're going to discuss in this podcast is still relevant. So we're keeping it.
We're really excited. We're like, if it's July 20th or some early summer, we're really excited for this.
We're really excited. So stay tuned, and we will now hand the mic back to past selves. And we hope you enjoyed the podcast. Let's go. Our first segment of the show is the latest news and happenings that we have covered since the last podcast. The big things, obviously, because otherwise we'll be here all day. World Safety Day. Jeff, is it a thing?
It's a thing. We found out in New York, it's a thing. It was on a billboard.
Well, so World Safety Day was kind of sort of happens. And it was actually really fun.
I thought it was really cute. I specifically loved, I know they did lots of things, but I specifically loved the little cavalcade they did. And then I had the theme, like when they were like, I remember I was sitting watching it and then I was like, why is Bolt here? Why is Doug here? And then the little dogs came and I was like, oh my God, they're theming the characters to what's happening behind them. I'm like,
so now imagine like you're getting off a 6-hour flight and you're opening Twitter for the first time. And you just see like photos of fire engines and dogs walking down Main Street. And you're going, what have I missed?
There was a boat. There was the boat on the trailer. And I was like, wow, there is a boat on a trailer going around the Town Square gazebo today. Amazing. I think it was
dogs. The real dogs, like the actual dogs, were like so happy to be on parade as well. I was like, the doggos are on parade. It was so cute.
I think they should just have like a dog parade sometime.
Oh my God,
the guests would love it. Why don't put characters?
Isn't there
a bunch of dogs?
Isn't there like World Dog Day? Couldn't we do that again, but just with the dogs and like Disney dogs? That would be so fun.
Oh, that would be fun. They should match the Disney dogs to like actual dog, like a dog that looks like Pluto, a dog that looks like Bolt, and have them like march together. We're totally going off topic. It's been 3 minutes.
Are you like saying that you could like have Pluto walking a dog? That would be like amazing.
Oh, that would be so fun.
No, that would be weird.
You could have Pluto with like a dog that was wearing Pluto ears. Oh, that'd be so cool.
That would be great.
Pluto can't walk Pluto. That's weird.
You could have, those little doggy dressing up costumes. It's like a dog costume with Mickey Mouse. It's just like the front. You could have Mickey walking with the dog dressed as Mickey Mouse. This is great.
I love that. I love that picture. Do you know when they did that thing at Davy Crockett Ranch with like dogs are now accepted, and it was
yes.
like,
oh yeah, that was nice.
That was so cute. You see, Pluto can totally meet dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
So back to the topic, World Safety Day, where we celebrate all the cast members' work behind the scenes to keep us safe, from the fire department to the nurses, security, safety. There's fire department on water because, funny enough, Disneyland Paris has a lot of water. I guess they're going to have to hire some more because we're getting a new lake. What if someone falls and stuff? I don't know. So yeah, it was nice. And it was nice to have them on the parade route. I find it kind of funny how like Disneyland Paris pick and chooses those things. Like, for example, hi, it's Valentine's Day. We're doing nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all. There's nothing at all. Zero. But it's World Safety Day. Here's a giant parade. So sure. Why not?
Yeah,
like,
I think
like St. Patrick's Day, they used to have the characters out. They used to have all those things.
Did, yeah.
Now they have just like
like Irish dancing in Videopolis,
and they always used to celebrate
from Disney
the St. David's Day, right? They always did St. David's Day, but like 2 weeks after St. David's Day because reasons.
Yeah. So I mean, random, but why not? I feel like maybe it's like, is it a company-wide thing? I feel like in the US they also did, but like they didn't get a parade in the US. Very weird.
No. It's like it's pretty. I feel like the people that love Easter were like that John Travolta gift for the like, where's Earth? like World Safety Day.
I do remember like people coming from like the US was like, does Disneyland Paris do anything for Easter? And you're like, no. And
but
World Safety Day.
They have the eggs. They're backstage in like some box. They are there. Yeah. All you have to do is just like stick them in the grass overnight.
So basically, my advice for anyone coming to Disneyland Paris in April is maybe skip Easter, do World Safety Day.
Yeah,
I have to admit, I thought it was.
They have dogs.
It was really fun, and I loved how they were like, woohoo, cast members. And like, you go cast members, because like we don't really think about how like important their job is, because like we're too busy having fun, but that's because they're doing their job, right? So I felt like it was really, I love the randomness of it, like, and I love like, even though it was probably like a company-wide initiative, Disneyland Paris is like, okay, we understood the assignment, let's do it. They were like, you know,
but like it's so like I just want, you know, it's like stay weird, Disneyland Paris, stay weird. It is so weird. It's such a GLP thing. It's such a GLP thing.
I would love, like, if nobody in the US was told that they were doing this, just like somebody waking up in Burbank and they'd be like, wait, what?
No one in the US was told this. No one in Paris was told the AP Showtime was happening.
Oh, yeah, that's pushed back again, isn't it? Or is that still happening?
Yeah, can we talk about that? Poor AP Showtime. It's been recorded, but it has some Avengers Campus segments, and so I guess it can't air. Like until forever. Just shelve it. Just cancel it.
Because I did this whole thing. It was like, what is it? Like the Arabian Nights or something. Like, it's going to happen on May 4th. Now it's going to happen on this date. Now it's going to happen on this date.
It was going to be May 25, but
it's not.
That's happening. Wednesday, and I think it has to be canceled again because there was no date. Although they might, but you know, maybe they will air it, because maybe they just will air it and like cut the segment. Well, they clearly don't say the date in the show because they have no date, so it's not that it's going to reveal the date. But I think it's probably going to be
some bird song over it.
Oh, like watching Big Brother. Remember when you used to watch Big Brother and they were talking about people outside the house and they'd be like, boo, 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 boo. And like, what are they saying? You try to read their lips and everything. It was great. Sorry.
Just do like a Betty Rose number instead. And no one will see the difference. Just like re-record just like a number of Betty Rose, just like frolicking in the grass or something.
I guess they're right. So yeah, thinking about this, like they can't do that because I mean everybody who went was like told, hey, you can't tell anything. But once it's aired, like,
well, they have seen whatever they've shown them, so yeah,
it's messy, right?
It is just like
so. I just looked it up. I don't know when this is going out, but it's probably not going out by the 25th. Yeah, they haven't cancelled it yet.
Oh yeah, Well, I will try to post a podcast tomorrow and not a week later like last time. There it is. I've said it.
I love the top campus.
If you're listening and it's May 24th, then I have succeeded. If it's May 25th, I have not succeeded.
And if it's May like 31st, you still don't know the campus.
If it's June, I have lost the file. Anyway, second topic, May the 4th. And that was another success. Was quite surprised. I think the star was definitely Boba Fett, who was, he was just on the roof shooting this one firework, but synergy, like here's the series, here's the character, like we're not used to this, this is not California. And it was nice. And then R2-D2 came out and Chewbacca was there, even though he used to be there all the time. And then he was never there. And now he was back. And then they, you know what I mean? Like those Star Wars characters, it's like, here's Darth Vader for like.
Oh, they were supposed to like, once upon a time, it was like, hey, we're going to have this meet and greet and it's going to be like the light side and the dark side. That never happened.
No. Well, I think it would have been cool for like your damn like hour and a half wait that they have on the weekends that you can meet two characters, but I guess not.
I think it was fun. Like, again, I'm glad they did it. And I don't want to be like already crapping all over it, but like imagine they tried to do that like a smidge more often. Imagine they were like, you know what, we're doing this thing where it's like Star Wars weekends and we're gonna do like Saturday, Sundays, all throughout May, where it's gonna be like Star Wars is like Discoveryland and blah blah.
That would be
but
fun.
No, they'd rather just like retheme Space Mountain. Like, there you go, enjoy this.
Well, they could do it in Star Wars. Oh wait,
I like the idea. No, I like what you do. They could just repeat May the 4th, but like do it for every weekend.
Weekends.
In May. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that.
But like Discoveryland is not set up for this. It was a mess. It's too narrow. Where Eve and Wally are, like mess. Like R2-D2 would go down there and it was like chaos. And then the march was behind Space Mountain, chaos. It was just like, it's just.
Yeah, but if you spread it out over more time, then it won't be that chaos all the time, right?
Yeah, but there's not really like a route there, and it's not really like a stage. Like Galaxy's Edge, for example, is set up for those things, even though Chapek cancel all the entertainment, but they do have some stages, they do have some spots to do things. Discoveryland, they could have things like on top on the railroad station, but it's far. Starport is a good one, and they did that.
I guess. There's that path between Discoveryland and Fantasyland that could be used, I guess.
It's not very magical, though. It's just like trees.
Well, what with the smoking area? If you just got rid of that and then like stuck, like,
let's get rid of all the smoking areas.
That's a good idea anyway.
Blame Star Wars.
But like, I don't know. I feel like if you played around with it, you could find, and you know what, if it's a little bit congested, the park gets super congested at parade times. So, if it gets a bit congested.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, unfortunately we either we do things or we have like paths by the back of Space Mountain that nobody ever uses. So
I think that's like a wider conversation about how there's not enough guest flow in Disneyland Paris and there's not enough guest flow procedures. When you go to Magic Kingdom, there is literally like it is an airport runway at night. There's like 7 cast members per crossing with lights and his tape on the floor and his ropes and his everything, and you're being
I really like that in the American parks when they put down the little tape on the ground and it's like, hey, if you don't want to watch this, you can just go to this side of the tape and you can keep walking.
You feel like you're on Crush Coaster, like you just can't stop. You're like in that crowd and you're like, well, we're crossing, here we go.
In California when they were doing that thing, the Mickey's Magical Surprise thing, I can't remember what it's called.
Mickey's Magical Safari.
No, Surprise. The thing where there was like, when it was like the whole like Mickey's 90th anniversary.
Yeah. Mickey Magic Mix Magic.
Yes, that's Mix Magic. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Magical Surprise, something else. That's Shanghai.
I'm obsessed. It's
magic. Sorry, I'm not gonna sing.
No, you're gonna copyright strike. Anyway. Yeah, they were like, oh, like feet in the street, like if you want to dance, you dance on the street. If you want to walk, you walk in the paths. Because like, if Anaheim can do it, like, close off Main Street for like a thing at nighttime, Discovery Land can find a way to make it work. Because
Yeah.
that is like.
But the problem is, it's not that they're not trying. It's just that there's not enough people.
No. But I just feel like it was nice to like. I don't really care about Star Wars. I'm really sorry, but I felt like even as like someone that didn't care, I was like, oh wow, look, all these fun things coming on, and like I'd probably go in and be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
I do.
And there was a cake. There was a cookie.
Cookie.
Someone told the food department that's already progress.
I think Disneyland Paris also does actually have to find more to do with Star Wars, because since we got rid of Seasons of the Force, Legends of the Force, there's the 2 attractions, yeah, but like that is a whole thing that's just completely just not being paid attention to again now.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a shame. I maybe Season of the Force should come back, or like a Star Wars after hours party, or I don't know, something. That I think there should be something.
It's just like they don't really have the setting for it, but yeah, I hear you. Like,
it doesn't sound like
I hope we do get some kind of Star Wars land, whatever they want to do, because I think there is a place for Star Wars land in Europe. There are many Star Wars fans, and it may not be Galaxy's Edge. It may not be as big as maybe it's bigger, maybe it's different, maybe it's different timeline, whatever they want to do. I think there's room for it.
It doesn't.
Just at the same time, how I think like Avengers Campus is a massive waste of the IP. It deserves Marvel deserves an entire park with a variety of the characters, the number of fans around the world, all the stories you could tell, the lands you could make. Massive waste that they're doing just Avengers Campus. But I love Avengers Campus nonetheless. But I feel like too bad.
I feel really bad for Pixar fans when they're like, "Oh, World of Pixar, this is what I got."
Oh God.
Well, I mean, Star Wars fans still don't have anything, so it's what they have. Okay, Star Tours,
and like Tangled fans who have like no attractions at all at Disneyland Paris. Next topic. There's been quite a lot of Marvel characters out, so I don't know. Unclear if it is testing for Avengers Campus, but Doctor Strange was at Disney's Hotel New York, the other Marvel, and I'm like, well, there you go. This is good because that justifies the €800 a night that you pay at Hotel New York,
and that's good synergy, right? Because the film's just come out.
Yeah. It was like, oh, okay, someone thought about that, and
although I kind of prefer him. I'd really like it if they put him in the superhero station, because like you can get a picture with him in that really cool. That Doctor Strange thing is so cool in there.
Black Widow.
Is there like a Doctor Strange area coming to Campus Paris?
No.
Unclear.
No, I don't think we're getting the Doctor Strange bit. No.
Well, I've
seen in the States. Sorry, recently when they brought the new movie in the Avengers Campus Paris, he has this thing where it's like a cape, and he's like, whoa, and it looks like it's floating. And I'm like,
I haven't seen that. I'm gonna look that up. That sounds awesome.
That's Mickey and the Magician.
No, it's really bad because it's like, whoa.
Oh no.
Like,
but I think like American guests have been quite happy with those Doctor Strange happenings at Avengers Campus.
Oh,
from the feedback
Disneyland are knocking it out the park with just like all these straight out Marvel, like, hey, we got this episode of, I don't know, Hawkeye or something, and the characters are out right now, so have fun with that.
But here's the thing, so great those characters do not, how am I going to say this without breaking the magic? Those characters do not belong to Disneyland Resort. Those characters belong to the studios. And so
sure, but like still
it's easy for them because they are literally down the road up the highway.
But it's for so great to see.
Disney World is impossible for the reasons we know, and for Paris I think it's just too far.
Yeah, but it's just so great to see it. Like every time they do it, it's just like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah. Groot is also out every
whoa
every weekend and some Wednesdays. The schedule is so weird.
Groot needs time to like plant himself on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Yeah, well, it's a tough one because it's a very demanding costume apparently, and
get ready to sell those Groot stickers again.
He can't be out for very long, so when he comes out, he just comes between the sets of the other heroes for like 5 minutes and like waves around, meets two families, and then back out he goes.
The fact that they did that, I'm like is insane to me, because like Groot is like, he's like, that's an insane meat. I met him in California Adventure, and I was like so impressed, and it was like such a fun meet. And he's like an insane costume, and I'm like, whoa. So the fact that even Disneyland Paris even tried it for even a short time, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that they're just trying out to see if Groot can be out for how long, and to have him in sort of like happenings in the land. So maybe not as a meet. I don't think he's going to be in a training center, but he could be like on a stage, on a roof. I'm not going to say in the car because that sounds like he would just fall off.
Yeah. He struggles to walk. He's not getting in a car.
Yeah, they're gonna get in that car.
Okay, my new dream is to see a car driving like erratically through the land, and then the windows go down, and Groot's like, "I am Groot." I'm like, "Whoa, he's driving."
But
with like shades, like
I
am Groot.
He could pull a RuPaul. When RuPaul's sitting at the desk, the judge's desk, she's not wearing the bottom of her dress.
Oh,
because it's too tight, you can't sit.
Wow, we can turn into a RuPaul podcast any minute now.
And also, let's talk about Olaf on Stars on Parade.
Okay, we're going there. I wasn't sure we were going to go there. But
I'm just saying. I mean, I was invited to watch some rehearsals, and it was just the floats. So let's just say that only some of the snowballs made it. Anyway. Right. Anyways, so next topic, and this is really a random topic, but I want to talk about the mug cake.
Ooh, yeah.
It is 13 euros, and you get a mug and a cake. And I'm like, wow, what happened? What? Okay. So they just put basically a chocolate cake inside the mug, but everyone just wants the mug because the reason why I want to talk about this is because it shows that people love just simple merchandise with just the logo on it. Like, enough with the C'est la vie, best day ever, D92, whatever merchandise. Like, we just want a mug with the 30 logo, and like it's just going like crazy.
So it's a nice mug. I like it.
Yeah.
I
It's
want it.
pretty simple.
I feel like that's a very kind of, to me, it's kind of like I know other parks do it, but I see a lot in Tokyo where they're like, you can buy a mug and then it'll have like a strawberry mousse cake inside it because everything in Tokyo is strawberry mousse. But like, and it's like, I feel like, yeah, why don't we do that some more? And why don't we do like, cool popcorn buckets that people will want instead of that really bad one that we got for the 30th? Like, I don't know.
This one personally do cool popcorn buckets, do they?
Yeah, no.
Well, sometimes they import them from the States sometimes, and then like they either sell them out like immediately, or they have them for years. So
like Cinderella,
like the Cinderella, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which the apple, the Halloween apple, they sell out straight away every year.
Yeah, but then at some point they just had like a bunch of them, a whole bunch of them. Sorry. Next topic. We saw Catherine Powell.
Woo! She's back.
No idea.
Plotting her takeover.
No idea what's going on there. But like, I mean, the rumor mill was just on overdrive. It was like a fan. Yeah. Why was she there? And she was with Natasha Rofsky. They had dinner with Danielle Delcourt at Manhattan Restaurant at night. Yeah. So
I'm surprised that she even set foot back in there after what happened to her. I'm like, well done, Catherine. We miss you.
Well, I think she's smart, and she can tell the difference between the asshole in the US and people at Disneyland Paris who've really welcomed her and love her.
Is that what we're calling him now? The asshole in the US? Because I mean, it's very true.
I mean, it's literally.
I don't think anyone from the US listens to a podcast or like US management. I don't think we've trickled down that far.
Oh wow! What if we did though? That would be so funny.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be now. Like, so, Bob Chapek's assistant called, and he was not very happy with what he said. Please, everyone calls him. Like, come on, it's
Walt Disney World News Tonight calls him a lot worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they also post fake rumors. Anyway, so Well, so yeah, I don't know why Catherine was there, and I
She
would
was
love her.
probably just in town for some conference or
Well,
something with
because
Airbnb.
not that I'm a stalker, but I do follow her on Instagram, and if you don't follow her, you should because she has a massive dog and she has really cool. She does really cool. Like literally, her dog is twice the size of her. I don't even know how it fits in the car. And after Disneyland Paris, she was in some small town in Italy. So my guess is that she's on a
Experiences for Airbnb.
yeah. Oh well, maybe
Yeah.
she was like checking out some of the Airbnb experiences that she sells. Well, not personally, but yeah.
Just give Catherine a ring; she'll sort you out.
Yeah. Just give her a call. She'll get you.
Dog walking and crying.
Use
She'll have a
discount
way for you
code
to make
DLP report.
Yeah. Discount code Kapow.
Oh,
Oh, Kapow. Well, yeah, it'd be great if she comes back to Disney. I don't see it happening, but hey, you never know. You never know.
I think
There
the
has
only
been
way it
there has been
happens-
more twists and turns in the history of this company that it could happen.
Yeah, I think the only way it happens is if Chapek is no longer with the company.
Yeah.
wouldn't that be insane though? What if she came back? I think it would be like, I think the only thing that would like elicit such a massive reaction, well, from me anyway, would be like Bob Iger coming back. That's not ever going to happen. But Catherine Powell, that could happen. And if she came back, I'd be like, I don't even know what's happening. I'd just be so happy.
I mean, I think it's quite clear the way that this is seemingly being groomed right now. So the Walt Disney Company have like a real history of doing this, where like they just find some executive and they're like, yes, you're the next CEO, maybe until we maybe screw you over. And that's kind of Josh D'Amaro right now.
Do you think Josh D'Amaro is going to get screwed over?
He's either going to get CEO or be screwed over.
He's going to get screwed over, I think. I mean, love him, but
because this is what happened to Tom Staggs, right? So Tom Staggs was here.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if
hey, you're the next CEO.
I don't know if he's got that charisma, uniqueness, and talent. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you had Tom Staggs. Tom Staggs was
nice.
like, "Hey, you're the new CEO, but you're not.
Like...
But hey, you're in waiting." And then it just never happened because Iger was like, "I've decided I'm staying for a bit."
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Bob Chapek doesn't have the like charisma and popular appeal.
No, but he's a dick.
Yeah. But like
Bob, we're gonna get kicked out of inside ears.
No, but Bob Iger, I feel like, I know Michael Eisner, I'm not a fan, but I do understand that he had that kind of media appeal, and I feel like Bob Iger very much kind of was in that same vein, whereas Bob Chapek doesn't really has the charisma and personality of a wet rag. So I don't know. I don't think we're
gonna list all the things that we called them today.
But also, going on next CEO was screwed over. Maybe Catherine wasn't at this point yet, but she was clearly like ascending the Walt Disney Company, and yeah, she got screwed over.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, it would be amazing.
This company has a big. It's such a big not reputation, but it's got a long history of screwing people over.
I just want to see her waltz into the Walt Disney Company with her flowy suit pants and her shiny blue Ray-Bans and like perfect hair, and just be like, and like her stilettos, be like, "I'm back, bitches."
It's kapow, bitches.
Why not? I mean, it'd be kind of cool to have a female CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
Absolutely.
I feel like Catherine Powell has shown more kind of business acumen, and if there was someone that was ready for the job, it was her. But
and I feel like maybe the board would value her experience at Airbnb. Airbnb is a very innovative company, and it's very multifaceted, and it's very business oriented. It's a very unique business, and she's doing really well there. It gives her more tools in her arsenal, when it comes to hotels, experiences. This is something that these are skills that could be used at the Walt Disney Company. She didn't go to Microsoft or something. She went to a company that is bringing her experience that she can use at the Walt Disney Company. Disney could take some lessons from Airbnb in the way they do business and all that. Could be interesting.
She tweeted out a really good video about some app update to the Airbnb app that helps you find these kind of cool experiences. I don't know. I was watching it. I was like, it's actually quite cool.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like this is the Catherine Powell Stan podcast. Welcome. Because
To be continued. I hope we get to speak about this again because that means that something has happened, but hey, who knows? Should we move on to our next segment of the show as I shake my little bowl of topics for Avengers Campus? Yeah?
Yeah, I've loaded up all the pictures, so
Okay,
I know what we're doing. So this is great.
First, we're going to get some background music. For the whole section, it's very low, don't worry. So here's the thing. So you can't really see it, but I have my lovely Euro Disney mug bowl.
I can't really see it. Do you mean can't see it at all?
You guys can see it, but you can't see it on the podcast. Inside it, I have placed 21 topics or concept art names or photos, official photos. There are some, silly things. Some
we're going on the file names because one of them is called Jukebox.
Oh, don't worry. I have descriptions for them.
I saw.
You will know which one it is.
I think it was Arvid who tweeted out something like, "This one's called Jukebox. What does that mean?" Do you remember this? I saw it, and code names, attraction code names.
For you listening at home, in the description of the podcast, there is a link to all the photos that we're going to be discussing, so you can follow along. This is an interactive podcast. Yeah, and if you are driving, do not follow along and follow all safety procedures.
10 and 2.
Yeah. All right. So let's start. I am going to shake the box and pick our first. Oops, shit. One came out already. So our first topic of discussion is.
Please be a good one. Let's start with so strong.
It's the new Avengers Plaza concept art. So it is the very widescreen one that is on the websites.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really interesting because that is the first time that we saw. It's this one for. This one. Yeah.
Oh, not that one. Okay, different one.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff already got the wrong one. But I'll
it's really difficult. It's really difficult for the viewers, for the listeners to play this game, and also for us as well.
Well, I will put it in the order of the photo, but you've probably seen it. And so it's kind of an interesting one because all the previous concept arts had the old facade that was like a completely different shape. Remember, like the old facade was kind of like a donut. And then all of a sudden they started building this thing and it was more like, I don't know, like a wave. It was a donut with like a slice sticking out of it.
And it has like the Friday, what do you call them? Like circle balls.
Yeah. And so Friday is featured on that one. The other one was just sort of like random pretty lights. And now we know that Friday is going to be conversing with guests. And when I say conversing, I mean conversing. And so
on some random Wednesdays.
For 5 minutes on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, some weeks.
No. I feel like that's insane. That's like so good.
Yeah,
that's like. Wow.
I am curious as to how this is going to work, but
I'm curious how it's going to look in daylight.
I want
because all the concept
to come and talk to Friday and see what he's going to do. And on the right side, under the quintet, you can see Ant-Man. So I guess, are we getting Ant-Man? I guess we are, right? I mean, are these concept arts binding?
I guess that
wouldn't it be funny if it was basically Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, the Guardians of the Galaxy, but not all of them and not all at the same time, and not Drax. So basically, Star-Lord
and Captain America.
And that's
there's different things, right? So you have the training center where you'll have Spider-Man and someone else, and then you have the ones that are sort of. I mean, let's face it. This is Paris. Like this concept art is misleading. Like there's not going to be 4 people around poor Ant-Man. You know, like Ant-Man is going to get mobbed, and they're going to need to put a queue somewhere. Like this is not how it's going to go down.
Yeah, that's kind of the sad thing, right?
You can see like Captain America talking to like 2 kids and their parents. I'm like, what about the other 46 guests that are going to mob him and try to jump on him? You know?
Yeah, like Captain America will not have space to kneel. That's to say that he won't be able to kneel on the floor. There will just be guests thronged around him.
Yeah. I do like the flooring on this concept art. It looks very like elaborate, and it looks like there's a giant A under the quintet, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It looks like there's lights on the floor as well, doesn't it? Like blue specks or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's just like the artist being fancy Nancy, or
Also, just because I'm a nerd, I really like that there's grass and trees.
Yeah,
That's so nice.
Jeff, that is one of the other things, so don't ruin it.
I know, I can't talk
Right,
so much
okay.
about it.
Second pick.
Are we
gotta
not
move on.
getting
We got
grass and
21
trees?
people.
Are
Sorry?
we not getting grass and trees?
Yes, we are. We are.
It's in,
Oh.
it's in another picture, but
It's
that's
in
later.
another picture.
Oh yes, I saw that picture. I was like,
so
I thought,
the second
okay.
thing that we're going to talk about
It's grass and trees.
It is the ADV, also known as
Oh.
the car.
I love this. This is so fun.
So this is this photo of the ADV, photo number 2, if you're following on the webpage. Yeah, I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah, I am gonna wait until I see it in real life.
Guys, I would buy this car. This is like a car. If they
Yeah, but
sold
that's
it, I
the
would buy
problem. This concept art gives me like, Toyota 2022. No?
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna get like characters in it or how that's gonna look, but it looks cool. It's a nice
And like,
car.
which characters are gonna fit in that? Because we already discussed that Groot is not gonna fit in there.
Black Panther, I guess, Black Widow,
Thor,
Captain America, maybe
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's cool. I mean,
maybe.
I wonder. Like, I have so many questions about this car. Like, is it electric? And what is it based on? Is it based on a real car? Was it built from scratch? Like, I want to know. And the back of it,
it's based on what your Uber driver will pick you up in.
can you imagine?
I mean, if my Uber driver picked me up on this, I'd be like, you know what? I'm giving you
5
5 stars and a tip. Because I'm like,
you don't give him 5 stars anyway. I always do. I don't care.
I'm very much. I've used Uber like twice, but yeah, no, genuinely, I think it looks amazing. I feel like compared to what they have in America, where it literally looks like every car on the road in America.
It does look like every car in America.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
but it's cool. I mean, I guess like it's going to be cool because all of a sudden there's going to be music, and the podcast members are going to have to push the million people who are in this land, and the car is going to come out with characters on it, and they're going to do like some things.
It's a really thin land. Like the pathway is not particularly wide anymore.
I don't know, man.
I remember saying that because remember for like the longest time, you could walk down to Rock and Roll or whatever, and you could see how kind of forward the web building was coming, or how close it was to like the thing, and like the wall, and now the wall.
Where is this going, Patrick?
No, it's just like the wall was like pretty much as far up to that building as it could go. It wasn't like a lot of space, and it was kind of really narrow. And I was like, I don't know how people are going to walk through here.
Yeah, I mean, yes, and also but also I feel like it's nice to have something a little bit more narrow because the back lot was literally a giant parking lot, and it felt so empty and sad.
I think it will work quite well once we have other stuff open. When this is kind of the only drawer of the studios.
Yeah, it's going to be sad.
The question also is going to be, I think that the land is not going to be a dead end. They're going to open that road behind Tower Terror. Yeah. So you'll be able to, you'll probably exit that way, like exit one way. And, I mean, I'm sure they'll let you exit the other way, but you probably have to negotiate that. Number 3, is that 3? 3. Number 3.
This is going well. Lost count already.
Well, actually, it is related because there is another concept. It is Avengers Plaza plus the car. And it's kind of cool because we see all the Black Panther fighters. I forget.
Oh, that's what you've drawn. Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually related. So here we have the car again, and we can see how, like, one of them is at the back of the car, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the Dora Milaje, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what?
Dora Milaje, isn't it? Or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. They're like Black Panther's bodyguards.
Yeah,
and they are cool. They are cool AF.
They are awesome.
Yeah. And then, the store, which is just back there. Again, it is not going to be that chill. I love these concept arts. It's so like
I'm really interested because the way like we complain a lot about the fact that there's not a lot of characters, and that sometimes people get starved of characters, and that's why like characters have long lines in Disneyland Paris and blah blah blah. I'm like, considering that it seems like they really want characters to like be the heart of Avengers Campus. I'm wondering if the fact that we can see or have access to characters as a little bit more easily, I wonder if that means that it's going to like the euphoria, the just absolute craziness to see a character will die down, or if it's just
absolutely not.
Because like in place, no. It's like no.
I mean,
for example, I feel like in Disneyland, when I go to Disneyland in California, I feel like there's not that much. Like you can go to the Princess Pavilion on most time of day and get like a decent wait, and if you go in the evening, no one is there. One time I just walked in and met two princesses like right away. Like you would never see this in Paris, so I don't know. It's
I think
they also have more capacity for characters, and
I think at least for the first few months, just expect utter chaos.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the meet and greet training center later because it is one of the papers. Number four.
That'll be less chaos, but you'll just have to keep
number 4 is Pim Kitchen. Okay, everyone get your Pim Kitchen concept art out. So, can we talk about the posters?
Yeah.
The cow. The cheese.
I was just. I think I said this to you when they first sort of sent this round. I was like, oh, so it's like Restaurant des Stars, but with some new posters up, because that's exactly how it looks.
Yeah, so I think Pim Kitchen, the theme is going to go from corporate cafeteria to lab. And to be fair, the difference is thin between the two concepts, I think. But I mean, they have some cool lighting, they have some cool like concrete walls, and they have like giant posters.
How uncomfortable those like chiropractic chairs look like though.
Right. So
they look so uncomfortable.
Yeah, those chairs look like corporate cafeteria, to be honest.
They look like they've just been to IKEA and like they're on buy two get two free or something.
Yeah, but I really question the accuracy of this concept art. Probably out of all the concept arts, I think this is one that I would trust the least, because also like that food on the table, are we getting that? Because I don't know, I feel like this is just like too far. Like also, what's going on with the giant pretzel? Are the giant pretzels going to be unlimited on the buffet? Like what is happening? You just like 3 giant pretzels and put it on the table? Like how does this work?
Of course, because it's a buffet.
Okay, I have an idea. What if when you get, instead of getting like a bread service, what if they're just like, here's your bread, and they put a pretzel on the table and it's like, that's your bread from the
maybe that's like so your welcome, here's your bread.
But also look at the chicken burger in this one. Like
the not so little chicken burger.
Can you have the chicken burger? Like, can you have like 6 of them?
So this is why I've said this to Ben in a chat, and Ben was like,
it just doesn't look like a buffet thing on there.
No, I think
they've all got trays.
I think it looks. It's probably just they took what they had in America and were like, this is what it would look like here. But I'm really sad that it's a buffet, because if they had taken the risk and made it like a table service, or how Plaza Gardens used to be, where you just took a tray and you were like, I want this, I want this, I want this, and then you went and you sat and you paid and you went and sat at your table at Aya. I wish they took a risk and did something different and were like, hey, we're gonna instead of just being another buffet. Because I'm really excited.
The issue here, I think, is, and I know, Patrick, we've talked about this, is that I think guests staying in hotels on dining plans need to use their buffet dining vouchers, and so this park needs a buffet, and so I think they were just kind of like, well, buffet.
I hadn't realized it until this, but they've all got trays, which is a bit strange.
Yeah, they have trays, and like I don't get it.
I hope this looks better in real life. Because,
and also, why not switch it around? Why not make Pim Kitchen a quick service, a hybrid quick service like in the US, where you get like your tray with your food, and then make Stark Factory a buffet? Because to be honest, like the food that they're gonna have at Stark Factory is very buffetable, and that's a word.
This one's not.
And Stark Factory looks pretty much like they literally didn't do and change it from Blockbuster Cafe to Stark Factory, because it has literally like pretty much the same mech thing that they used to have there.
Yeah.
And
Ben, pull it out of the cup.
Well, wait, we're gonna talk about that one later. So. Okay, number five. Okay, we got 20
I'm
looking at the
picture, and I completely agree with you there, Patrick.
Oh my god, it is Stark Factory.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wow.
I swear, you guys can see the paper. I'm not cheating. It is Stark Factory. So.
Yeah, I agree with Patrick. It looks like they've done nothing.
But
the Hulkbuster is cool.
Stark Factory. Wait, I've lost my images. But if you have the webpage, it's number 5. So I think that is an epic concept art. I really like the giant Hulkbuster in the middle. I feel like there is maybe not much else.
It just looks like nothing really has happened here. Like even the partition wall is just still there. Where you'd like go into the random Pirates of the Caribbean room.
Is it? No, I mean,
yeah, look on the left.
Is it?
Yeah, it's there. Next to the counter, there's the little. So next to the counter.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, and there's like some boxes with stuff in it, which could be interesting. Also, my question is: that Hulkbuster like moving, lighting up? Is the arm moving? Do we think that this arm is moving?
I mean, that Hulkbuster is like worth going alone. It's so cool.
Right? I mean, look at the size compared to, okay, that's a child, but even the parents, like the legs are the size of the parents. So that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm fully on board with that.
No?
Scale.
Okay.
They had something
this is the concept art debugging podcasts.
They had something like this in Shanghai in the Marvel Experience Center, where it was like 7 or like 6 different Iron Man suits, including one of these ones. And it looked pretty cool up close, but you know. I don't know. I just feel like I'm just really sad that, you know, it's going to be fine.
I don't hate it. To be honest, I don't hate it. I'm kind of a fan of Stark Factory. And also, you know, I like pizza, I like pasta, and that's what looks like it's on those things back there.
Well, they said it in the press release. They actually use the word pizza and pasta.
Oh, did they? Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
And also, will we get this whole, like, you know, remember a while back, Natasha gave us like a soundbite where she's like, "Oh, it's going to be easier to implement mobile order into our newer establishments than our old ones." So
I think we should get mobile order native for this restaurant. Yeah, and quite a few.
And if that's going to be a thing, then that's going to be ginormous for Disney Paris.
Yeah, so you can just like go and get your food without having to wait 6 hours. And also the chairs look better at Stark Factory. This is now a podcast about chairs.
We've moved on from toilets.
Welcome to the.
Don't worry, toilets isn't there, so we'll get to that.
Welcome to the Share on Chair podcast, where we just want Share to sit on chairs and we'll talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, again, are we getting those actual chairs? I do not know, but yeah. So Stark Factory, I kind of like it. I cannot wait for some child to climb onto the Hulkbuster.
I think it looks like it'll be quite hard to do that. That fencing looks pretty high.
Yeah. European kids are like, hold my sipper. They're like,
hold my pin cocktail that I got at the other day.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I hope there's like sound effects and light effects and sort of like noises, like background soundtrack, like what is, you know, for the atmosphere of those places. Like Stark Factory should sound like a factory, maybe with some announcements like about, you know, conveyor belts moving.
Yeah, it's the theme of this place is like that you're in like the factory.
Where they make
like this is where like they just fix up their stuff.
This place would be saved for me if they have like a themed drink, where if it's like you know the way like in France like a Diablo Menthe or Diablo Fraise, where it's like lemonade with lemonade with strawberries like cordial in it or mint cordial in it. And if they did that with like a couple of like boba in it, I was like, here, it's a concoction that Stark makes for like energizing blah blah blah.
It's the oil from the suit.
Yeah, at $5.99, give it to me.
IPA beer. It's the oil from the Iron Man suit.
Yeah. I mean, that would be saved for me. Like, I'm so surprised that Disneyland Paris has no equivalent to like a Diablo Menthe or Diablo Fraise, because that's like
they actually do have them. It is at the Perrier food truck across from.
The one that's never open.
Yes, that one.
Yes,
except on some weekends and a random Wednesday.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, we said that it looks kind of the same, but I think it'll be nice. And then, like, I like pizza and I like pastas, so.
Yeah. I heard that there's like in the plans, wasn't there like a wood oven? So was there going to be like fresh cooked pizza?
They're supposed to be making like the pasta and the pizza on site. Yeah.
And if they make fresh pizza, that's going to be like a big thing for Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. I'm quite looking forward to this one. I think this will be my new quick service of choice in the Walt Disney Studios Park, which is not saying much because it's up against LTVs.
What about Café de Cascadeur or whatever?
Oh, of course, that's coming back. But we don't have anything on that.
Yeah. Well, it's also on the thing, so stop it. All right, next stop. Ooh, so Disney released those Stark signs.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone get your Stark sign.
They're like, well, they're not signs as such. They're up.
Yeah, I mean, I call them Stark signs just so that we know. This is number 6 on your list if you're following along with our interactive description.
This is either going to go really well or it's not going to work at all.
Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, you've all seen the photos if you're fans. You know what we're talking about. It's kind of fun. Like, so some of them are in English and some of them are in French.
And then people freaked. I remember seeing a lot of non-native Anglophones freaking out that there was some in French.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, why can't we just have a little bit of both? Because that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and it says like futur, it says like croyez être en train de voler.
I really like the ones that look like they're really old. I think that looks so cool.
I love the La Sécurité d'abord. I love that one. That's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the theme for this Avengers Campus opening, isn't it? La Sécurité d'abord. Safety first. Gotta get that safety in, yeah? Okay. If you know, you know. Okay, well, not much to say about those signs except that they're cool. I'm gonna pick number 7 then.
They are cool.
I love them. I'm so happy that they're there. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Number 7 is a statement, and the statement is Paris is the superior campus.
Which
I think so.
Yeah, but which picture is this?
There's no picture for that.
It's just, it's just Ben's opinion. He's like, it's now.
I think it is hard to say until it's open.
There's been chatter online, and especially from the DCA fans, they were saying that Paris is going to be the superior campus. It just like feels more put together.
Yeah, but it all kind of goes. One of the things I really love, and probably the thing I love most about the DCA campus, is what I said earlier about the characters that they can just put out there because, you know, they are near Burbank and, you know, they can just synergy the heck out of it and like, hey, here's Moon Knight now. And I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, but that's not related to the build of campus. This is related to entertainment and the proximity to the studios.
I think it's a big part of it. It's really cool.
They're not keeping those characters. Like, those characters are not coming back after like a month after a series.
No, but it's still cool.
I think it's going to be basically like everything at Disneyland Paris. I feel like Disneyland, like visually and kind of like just to be there, it's going to be a nicer experience. But once you start like scratching and trying to like have like, you know, whereas like in America, they're like, oh, it's a random Wednesday and our food and beverage team were like, hey, let's have 6 new things. Whereas, like, you know, in Paris, we're literally going to have the same menu for absolutely ever. Whereas, like, you know, so I think it's going to be, you know, it depends on what you like. Do you just like looking at things and be like, oh, I really like being here? Then you're going to love Campus Paris. And you're like, oh, I really love the fact that they made a potion that was in an episode of WandaVision and blah, blah, blah. And there I'm like, and there, you know, whatever. Like, you know, I think it's going to...
I think the issue that we're having in Paris is like we have maybe more of like what I would call like an erosion factor, like how much of the stuff that's going to be there opening is going to be there long term. Whether in the US, I feel they have more of an ability to like refresh and continue good offerings and come up with new things. Whether in Paris, it might just end up being just here's 2 restaurants, 2 attractions, and a meet and greet. And
the one on that front that concerns me probably the most is the PIM buffet. Can they keep up?
How long would it take before it comes just basically Plaza Carrots?
Yeah, that because all Disneyland Paris buffets sort of end up going that way. I mean, downtown hasn't yet, but maybe there is hope. But yeah. Well, I do worry about the buffet.
We'll see. All right, number 8.
But hey, it might be the Superior Cafe campus. We'll see when it opens. Oh, I don't know.
Number 8 is there's no photo, Jeff. Totally warning you.
Oh.
Number 8 is the Stuntronic. You can
oh boy.
Oh boy, I didn't say we'd have all the answers. So we have the equipment for the Stuntronic. I think it's been pretty much widely accepted that those boxes are from the Stuntronic, right? We're allowed to say that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, we're probably not allowed to say that, but
well, I mean, we see it, it's there, it looks like the same, and it's the Spider-Man crane and there's all those things. What worries me is that there doesn't seem to have been any recruiting or any training or testing or whatever for...
I don't think he appears in any concept art either.
He doesn't, right? No. So I think it's more of like a not at opening. It's a maybe one day type of.
And I feel like as a Disney Paris fan, we all know how that maybe one day mantra goes. It doesn't go very well for us.
I'm
So
just a
that's why
Disney Parks fan at the moment. Maybe
No,
maybe
well,
someday
like-
it's going.
Yeah, that
You
patch
know-
of land back in Adventure and looking at you like,
yeah, let's all go on the Beauty and the Beast ride, on the Little Mermaid ride that opened nearly 30 years ago. Yeah.
What
Like,
about
I
the
don't know.
Beauty and the Beast show?
Or-
So we'll see, but my guess would be probably not right away.
I
These
think,
things are expensive. You gotta make choices.
It is cool though. Would love it.
Ooh, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 9, it's the key visual.
Oh, there's a picture. Great.
There's a picture
I can
for
go
you,
back
Jeff.
to my phone now.
So you can see at number 9, and what we call the key visual is the photo of basically just everything kind of thrown out.
With the castle, just sitting there.
Oh, God,
yeah.
with the castle in the back. Of course, well, I mean, to be fair, they were pretty good this time. They didn't just put the castle inside Avengers Campus. It is behind, there's like some trees there. It is facing the back of Avengers Campus, which don't even. Also, you know what I realized is that, wait, did they release the car like before this or after this? Because
after.
it is in that concept.
The car was before. The car was a few weeks before.
What I like about this concept is that you can see the flooring for Avengers Plaza and a giant Avengers logo.
I thought you were about to be sort of jokey and say that you could see the show building.
The show building, yeah. So wait, so there's something about this show building is that if you remember, once you were getting into the back lot, once you're about at the level of Blockbuster Cafe, you don't see that show building back there. You don't see it. It is actually quite far back. Like you see it from Production Courtyard and maybe a little bit if you walk by like what used to be Resto des Stars. But then I think when you get towards the end of the street there, you don't see it in the back. And everyone's so panicked that, it's so going to be so ugly and stuff. Like it's actually not going to be visible for most part of the land. You might see the A from a distance from the entrance of the land. Maybe that's why it's there. But like you're not going to see... Basically, there's the small box that's the load, and then there's a big tunnel, and then there's the big box, the gravity building. And the gravity building is so far back, so you don't see it from the land. And at Rock and Roller Coaster, you wouldn't see it from because it had the big CD thing. And this facade is probably going to be even bigger.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to see it, but it is still concerning that they're just basically put A over the.
It's going to be the same with the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Like that's going to be visible, but because they've narrowed the land so much, because it used to be like a parade route. Now it's not. That won't be as visible.
Yeah, I think it won't be as visible. But hey, also like if you look like behind the Quinjet, there is like a lot more space there than it is in Maryland. I mean, this whole thing.
That is what we call an expansion pad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and also you don't see any of the stunt show or anything, and but I guess they are going to put some giant tarps. I guess the tarps are coming. I don't know at some point to hide the back of the stunt show, which is still not destroyed because it is an asset. It is an expensive arena, and there's a stage in front of it, and it's something they could do something with.
It's all spray painted in green. So
no, they repainted it back to normal now.
Of course they did.
Yeah. It is no longer green. I mean, maybe the sets are, but the floor is no longer green. But they can use it for some special events and whatnot. So I kind of like it. I feel like they've really worked at it.
I think this will go well on like billboards, posters, all sorts of stuff. I think it's nice.
Yeah. The next one is Spider-Man La Web Adventure. So we got this concept art for Spider-Man, which is basically the one from California, minus the Guardians of Galaxy Tower. And I'm like, oh, well, someone knows how to use the clone tool to erase the thing from the sky.
They just deleted the layer on Photoshop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so not much to say about that one, except that we're getting the same experience as California, but there will be Paris scenes. So I'm not spoiled for the California ride. I don't know if you guys have looked it up.
I have. It's very. It takes place in the land, let's say, and it's
Right.
very heavily inspired.
I only
by
found that out
everything that's
literally
in the
like
land.
I literally found that out like 3 weeks ago. Where I was like, oh my god! And then I've been hovering over like, should I watch it? Should I not watch it? It's been a year. I feel like I can wait a couple of more months to see it in person.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, it's nice that they're doing like custom scenes for the location.
Yeah, I think I don't want to say what the scenes are in case people are spoiled, but you would have to do pretty much the entire attraction again because our land is quite different to California's land, and it would not work.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I literally.
So it will be somewhat unique and not exactly a clone like Ratatouille. Right?
Yeah. It will be. I think it'll be a unique. It'll be a unique experience in that what you see on the screen will be different, but the mechanics will be the same.
Right. And we're getting all the boosters, not all of them. We're getting most of the boosters. Whatever thing attached to your hands, it has a name. So that's fun. The next one, sorry, I didn't show you the paper. The next one is the training center. I know you can't see those things. It's too bright. Oh, there you go. The training center concepts. So these got released by mistake. This is number 11.
It's so Disneyland Paris.
This is number 11. If you're following along, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So we're doing the two of them, yeah?
Yeah, we're doing the two of them.
Okay.
So Fun Times. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I still think though the one of my the thing that I'm really disappointed. Or maybe they'll do it. I don't know. But in Stark Expo in Hong Kong Disneyland, they do this whole thing where it's like a see-through door type thing, and you can see like his shadow coming down, and he's like jetting down, and there's loads of smoke, and then the door opens and he walks out. And I'm like, whoa, that's like the coolest thing ever. And I'm sad that maybe that won't happen here, but you know.
I think the rooms are pretty cool. It looks like they have a lot of props on the sides for like guests to play with. And also, if you look at the Iron Man one, they all look like they're flying because of some cool Matrix style technology of photography. It looks like
is it a box in the side of the room where Iron Man's like count to 3 and there's not even a photo?
No, it is a whole bunch of cameras all around the room, and then it'll make a GIF out of it, like on the Matrix, like the cameras turning around you.
I really love this. Like, I think it's great.
Be very fun for like everyone's Instagram, TikTok machines. Yeah, and then for Spider-Man, they have a lot of props and things, and they have the background, so it should be really fun. European guests love Spider-Man, so we're going to be eating some Spider-Man. But hey,
does this mean that Hotel New York's going to get a different lead because like paying?
Correct. Hotel New York should get Black Widow.
Oh.
Maybe.
No one's met her before.
Personal guess, not official. Yeah. Okay. All right. So next one, number 12. There's a photo for Jeff. Number 12 is the Flight Force on ride.
Oh, so, this is fun.
Remember that time when they had a cocktail in Paris and someone put on the screen a concept art of the trains for what is now called as Flight Force, and it looked exactly like that, and Disney was like, no, this is not it, not at all, not at all. Well, it is that. 2 years later, 3 years later, I don't even know. It is that.
Yeah, nearly 3, because it was IAPA, I think.
Yeah, I remember like that photo was out. It was like on some slideshow that someone had put on there. It's kind of the same as the training center. Like, how do these things happen? I don't know. Yeah, so the train, I mean, if nothing has changed, I think they have redone the tracks, as in like the tubes of the tracks, and then they have kept the base of the train and redone the... it has a name that escapes me, but the top of it. The trains look cool. They look like they light up at the front, and everyone looks super excited in it. And it looks like you're flying with Iron Man and Captain Marvel.
I think like we said
else revealed in those.
Like we said last time, I think this ride is so exciting because we literally know so little about it.
Yeah, I mean, from like someone who doesn't know how I imagine it, because I've heard that there's a lot of cool screens, is that basically there may be like, at some point in the coaster goes straight before you fall again. I feel like maybe that's a spot that will have like a tubular screen that you'll go through, and then you'll see Iron Man on one side and Captain Marvel on the other side. Like they'll be synced with your trains, so they look like they're flying with you. I feel like some portions of the rides will have some screen that you either ride next to or go through or go under or go above. And that's how the story will be told.
So then the new thing there is really that Captain Marvel's involved in this, because everybody was like, well, it's the Star Coaster, the Iron Man coaster.
Some people are quite mad that it's not just an Iron Man coaster.
I
mad.
like this idea. No, I wasn't mad actually. I didn't expect it. I was a bit like, oh, okay, but I really like the idea. I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's a good bit of diversity as well, female superheroes. Come on, represents. All right, number 13.
I mean, she single-handedly can stop Thanos, so I think,
I know, she's quite good. She's got sort of like some of the best powers.
She's a scooch worthy of being in this world.
Yeah, we're lucky to have her. The next topic is mission equipment. Ooh,
this is where my wallet gets.
Yeah, so this is a really cool concept, because not only does it show the shop, but it also shows quite a bit of merchandise. I mean, not really, but I mean, you can see some hats, you can see some backpacks.
I think a lot of this is in California, though, right?
Sorry?
A lot of this merchandise is in California.
Well, I think our merchandise is going to be about half and half. There's like 100 and something items, and so I think some of them are going to be copies from California. I really do like that backpack with the thing on it, with the Spider-Bot on it. It's cool.
Oh, that's where you got. Okay, well, I went for the coat. The coat looks cool.
Which coat?
The guy in the picture he's putting on this Avengers coat. It's really nice.
Yeah. Okay, the jacket, like a windbreaker, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the one on the far left. It looks like a dressy kind of jacket, and I don't know what.
Oh yeah, like a hoodie. Oh no, like a hoodie without a hood. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, and the Avengers gym bag back there. I mean, that's cool. Spider-Bots are there. There's also like a big web bag. I mean, I don't know how much of this is like just drawn by the artist and how much of this.
So I know that some of this is on in America. So the backpack that you like, the Spider-Bot thing, that's a thing in America.
Yeah.
And the Spider-Man eyes thingies that the kid is wearing, that's like a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think that main blue web T-shirt, that's a thing in America. The stuff on the back wall behind the kid with the eyes, that's all in America as well.
Right. Also,
I think
the Funko Pops, like I know there's like some exclusive ones or whatever. Like people were getting excited.
I didn't even notice that there were Funko Pops.
Jeff, where have you been? People have been talking about this.
Yeah, me in the chat, we were zooming on literally everything. Like, whoa, look at this.
Yeah,
and then I didn't really figure out what they were. I don't know. There was just something that kind of went complete past me that they were Funko Pops.
Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, they
definitely are. Yeah.
And there's like in the back, there's some T-shirts, some lanyards, some lots of hats, lots of caps,
lots of backpacks on the left.
Backpacks, caps, and there's like some hoodies, and there seems to be a lot of different models of things, and so cool. Yeah, it sounds like there'll be enough to fill that store to the brim. It doesn't look huge, but hey. I don't know.
Well, the one in California is not huge. They had to take up what's it called? They use one of the show buildings that's empty at the moment.
Oh yeah, Studio
Studio
store. Yeah. And that's where you can go in and buy that merch in there. But like that's the thing. I know we're swinging back to Superior or whatever. But like even in California, like the queue line that would usually be used for the Frozen show on Hollywood Boulevard or whatever they call it there, into the theater. That's used as like overflow seating for like people who want to eat because like there's nowhere to sit and eat.
Yeah, they use it for the shawarma as well, right?
Yeah. Like, but like you can go there and say, and you see everyone with their little like pin things and stuff like that because like this is so busy.
Yeah.
So like like I think in America, in Cali, they kind of overlooked the fact that they needed a lot more dining space to like be able to have people sit outside and eat because that's what they do in the States. Where.
All right.
Hopefully we have some nice outdoor because there's some nice space.
Well, in front of Stark Factory, I feel like there should be some tables.
Yeah, there's quite a big space there.
Yeah. All right, next on the list. Oh my God, it's time. It's the toilets. So there's no photos, Jeff. Sorry.
I know. I've seen a picture of the toilets.
I haven't seen a picture. I haven't seen
a picture of the inside.
No.
What do they look like in the US? Are they bad? I heard they were bad. Do we know?
I contrary to popular belief, I don't Google pictures of toilets.
No, but I mean, it's become kind of a theme on this podcast. Well,
okay,
so they painted the outside blue, but like apart from that, it is exactly the same. They have the same awning. It's just a different color. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Avengers Campus toilets. Yeah, there are not pictures of this.
Well, clearly they're not the same type of fans as we are because we get excited about those things.
Opening weekend, that's the things that DLP report.
And some Wednesdays.
Just the random Wednesday, I'll start tweeting toilets.
Yeah, it's Toilet Wednesday. So yeah, we just don't know, guys. Hopefully they're good. All right, should we move on to 15? Or
Most of the toilets are quite good. They've done some good work on toilets recently.
Yeah. So I hope so.
Yeah. What does Tony? What type of toilet does Tony Stark relieve himself in? We will soon find out.
Well, are the toilets going to be themed to Pym Kitchen, to Stark Factory, to Spider-Man, to just Avengers in general?
Will it have warm water? Will it have cold water? Will it have
the mightiest toilets?
Oh, it will have either burning water or freezing water.
Oh God, yeah, Disneyland Paris. Yeah.
They don't do in the middle.
Can we have like a proper water fountain as well? Not this like stuff where you like turn it on, like a little dribble of water comes out, and so people have to put their mouth around the thing.
Yeah.
Can we have something where I can press the button and fill up the water?
Ooh, number 15 is the TV ad.
Oh yeah, that happened.
That was fun.
I don't like it.
No.
It was shot in California. Like,
of course it was.
Yeah, but I mean, nothing looks like our land. It's not our characters. It's not our performers. And at the end, they have this like 3D made thing. I understand they have deadlines to shoot those things and the land's not ready. But I don't know.
Well, it's like those videos they brought out in 1990 where it was like, coming to Paris, Euro Disney. And you're like, none of it was shot anywhere near, anywhere in France. Right. It was all shot in Walt Disney World. But it was kind of to give you an idea of this is what it's going to feel like to be here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. I have the Euro Disney guidebook, like the first one that they did. And about 95% is photos from other parks and concept art. There's not much that's done.
I think like your other option there was like CG, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but then it would have looked really kind of like weird.
It is CGI at the end.
No, but then your option would be CG for the whole trailer, and I think this is much better.
Yeah,
like, this is way better than CG for the whole thing.
I don't know.
99% of people think that is what it looks like, and when they get there, they're not going to be like, "Wait a minute!" On the ad, I thought it would look. There was a big grey building, and there was a balcony.
But the thing,
on the ad, there was a grey building that's empty.
The thing they should have used was like the Spider-Man attraction, because that is going to be identical, like the ride vehicles and stuff. But they haven't put that in there.
I think the facade's quite different now.
Right, no, but inside.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway.
Maybe that could be for like a second wave where they're like, come and visit Avengers Campus, and it could just be like, like people inside rides and having fun and like showing like what it looks like to be on the ride.
Yeah. They'll definitely do some new ones, maybe.
Yeah, at some point they have to, because it's not going to.
Yeah.
I mean, the Avengers are going to be popular for years, so let's face it, it's going to be.
Yeah.
No, Disneyland Paris' look could like everything that Kevin Feige touches turn into ash. I'm like, what have we done? What have we done?
Some like film will come out and it'll just offend everyone.
God. All right. Number 17, if you're still with us and you're still following on that webpage, it is the cast costumes.
Ooh, these are nice.
Oh, they're nice. I like them.
I mean,
I like
someone
Spider- I like the
someone
black
said that
and-
they've put the two women in the food costumes, but hey, not here to
That's
create
true.
not here to create drama. But I don't know. Sometimes they're more.
It's Carmen. She's not in a food costume.
Yeah, but she doesn't count. Sorry, Carmen. No, I mean, she's not. She's an ambassador. She's not like supposed to be a cast member from the land. She's just, ambassadors. They just have to be everywhere. I like the Flight Force. So the Flight Force ones are the ones that have like the shiny blue.
I love that one. That's my favorite one, I think.
Yeah, and you can tell the guy from Flight Force is like he knows something. He's like he's been on the attraction, and he's like, and look at him. He's like, I know.
It's kind of cool, guys.
Yeah. Carmen's costume does not fit, and I do like Stark Factory. It's cute. It's an apron.
It's kind of basic, but I like it.
Yeah,
no,
I
my
do like
favorite one is actually the web one. See that little like blue,
The web one is so cool.
the blue diamond
Yeah.
thing that he's wearing. I love that. Well, like red, red
Yeah,
bits in it. I love that. That's so cool.
I would like to buy the shirt.
yeah, it is. It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And the Pimp Kitchen I like as well. Is it the same as the US? Have you guys seen the
That
US?
one's the same as the US.
Oh, it's the same as the US. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and
and the web one's the same as the US as well.
Which one?
The web.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. And then you have like the general lands costumes, the black ones. They're fine, but I find them a little bit Star Warsy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They are a bit first ordery, yeah. I don't like the baseball hat.
Everyone has a baseball hat. Like it is baseball hats nation at Avengers Campus.
Well, I don't mind the baseball hat in general, but the generic land one with the A, I don't know, it just doesn't look great quality.
Now I have a question. On the second photo of the costume, there's a guy with like a big white stripe. Is that like the winter coats?
I think so. Yeah, it must be right.
The winter
I
coat.
love the hexagons in it. It's so Tron.
Yeah.
It's so futuristic. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. Good. All right. So costumes pass the test. Ooh, good. There's
Yeah,
not
I
much.
like them.
There's not many
And
left.
they've
I
got-
have four
They have a
left.
name tag.
No,
They have a special
I have
name
more
tag
than
as well.
four.
That's probably worth saying.
Did I write more than? I must have written more. 1, 2, 3,
This would be
4,
hilarious if
5.
you didn't write them all down.
So number 18, I have the old Avengers Plaza. We're kind of going back in time there, but I thought I would just put it in just to show how different the first concept was. So it is this one. It's one of the very
I still don't think that looks pretty boss.
but it's so a lot of it is there, but like the facade is not exactly like it is now.
I mean, the weird thing is that now that you know that the facade of Flight Force is going to have like the Friday circle sort of motif, when you zoom into that facade, you can kind of see it. It's there.
Yeah. Was it there all along? And it was Agatha.
There all along.
It was Agatha all along, and we just didn't see it.
Please, good God, please have Agatha out.
I know, right? They should have
Please,
Agatha for
God.
Halloween.
Yes.
The series
Like
is
the
coming.
Marvel
I demand
villains.
it.
Bring in the Marvel villains. Scarlet
Yes.
Witch, Agatha. Come on, we want that epic fight on top of the Spider-Man building.
Have it like at nighttime, like it's like villain, like a Marvel supervillain takeover, and it's like just
Oh my
villains
God,
all the
amazing.
time.
Oh,
That'd
did
be
you
so
you
cool.
guys see
Oh.
the zombie Captain America in DCA last year? That was cool. I liked that.
You could have Wanda, you could have Agatha, you could have like Red Skull, you could have like
Oh yeah,
so
because you have
good.
Red Skull. That's true. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so good.
All right, number 19, I have the trees.
Ooh, trees. Yes.
Oh, I love
So,
that pig.
We actually have
Nice
photos of the trees, and they're awesome. And there was an article about the design, the landscaping, and how they try to get like different varieties and biodiversity, and also like integrate in the story and all the storyline. And I mean, the main takeaway of this whole thing is like, oh my God, trees, so many trees. There's going to be lawns and trees and bushes, and you can see it on the photo if you're looking at number 19 on our page. You can see in front of Flight Forest, there's already like those big bushes, and there's trees everywhere. There's trees at the entrance, in the middle, and the back. Yeah, great. This is really...
I've only noticed in this concept picture that tree really is really good at actually hiding Tower.
So we're looking at the photo on number 19 that is in front of the Quinjet. Oh, it is hiding Tower Terror. You're right.
It's actually pretty good. I'm like, wow, well done, everybody.
And the photographer was like, I'm going to position myself just there.
I'm so happy that there's like greenery.
And I can't wait for all those trees to, because if you look at early photos of Disneyland Park, like all the trees are so tiny, and there's so much dirt that you can see, and it's all like new, obviously. And now look at a park like you walk through Fantasyland, you have like those amazing giant trees, and everywhere like the trees have really grown into themselves. So I can't wait for that land to sort of like evolve and get older and have those massive trees. And because obviously the cypress that are supposed to hide the Disney Channel building, they are not great right now. They look like 10 French fries put together, like not great. But when they grow, it's going to be this giant wall because they're all going to like merge into each other. I guess it's going to be a big wall of green. So
yeah, they're going to look nice.
Yeah.
I think just even like I saw a picture of what backlight used to look like, and I actually gasped. I was like, just even without the trees, even though backlight didn't have any trees, but just without like the what we're moving from to what we're getting is like absolutely phenomenal. It's flabbergasting, and it's just the fact that we were so used to it for such a long time.
Yeah,
like it's like
literally it was
we never loved it,
and
right?
now it's a park.
Yeah,
we never liked it. We always joked about.
No, we were used to it. It was just so like, yeah, this is backlot. Here I am. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now, looking back, and I saw a picture recently, and I gasped. I audibly gasped. I was like, I can't believe that's what it used to be, even though I definitely can't.
It kind of makes you excited for when they will actually have a land that's kind of new and will be completely brand new built.
Yeah.
That's coming soon, so that's going to be really exciting.
I mean, this is for me. This is like pretty much like a pretty brand new build because they've done a lot. They've done a lot.
Yeah, they've done a lot, but I mean, like, you're going to walk into that land and you know where everything is because, I mean, this land, whether or not it's new or not, doesn't really matter. When you go to Frozen or the lake, like that's a new bit of footprint there. You won't know where you're going for a little bit, and that's, I don't know, I find that really exciting.
And we already have reserved our bench. It is on the left side of the lake, behind Tower Terror, to the left, past Deep Ride, and then left.
Did we say that we were going to do a podcast from that bench?
Yes, when it opens in 2046.
I think we should have. I think we should get a plaque on that bench. To be honest,
I know, right? Oh my God,
we've spoken about that one bench for so long. It make it happen.
We can hide a DLP report and DLP Town Square sticker under the bench that no one would ever see. But no, like do not stick stickers in the parks. No, don't do that.
Michael Jackson style. Let's sign it.
I know, right? I believe this is number 20, and I don't have a photo, Jeff, so don't panic.
I'm just looking at pictures of backlot, and I'm just like, whoa.
It's pretty shocking, right? It's pretty.
I just found a picture of like the queue area for Motors Action. I'm just like, oh my God, it's like just concrete.
Yeah.
Remember the little Toyota Corolla? No, not Opel Corsas that used to just be parked there, and I was like, whoa.
But mind you, that show, Motor Action, was actually a really good show because I didn't used to go there often, and sometimes. Oh. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's
showing us a photo of backlot. Just Google backlot Disneyland Paris and you'll see.
Yeah.
Number 20 is what I'm gonna call the Café des Casques Avengers.
Is it getting like an Avengers thing? Because what I've seen, it's just the same as you want.
So as I believe it is the same. It is getting a new name that is Hero Diner, and the food I believe will be sort of kind of the same.
Oh, good. Because the food.
Don't change
that
it.
Was
that was really
food.
good.
But I hope they're gonna bring back the cooks, the chefs, the staff that was making that place so amazing, and the burgers were so delicious, and they're not just gonna
I've just found
outsource
that burger, and I'm just like, it was so good.
They're gonna outsource it to Uncle Lise, and then it's gonna be the same menus. But also, what a lost opportunity to have a shawarma stand. No? Because it's very New York, it's next to Spider-Man, and you could make it like a shawarma station, quick service shawarma, and then have an awning and get your shawarma outside.
To Europeans, like New York is burgers. It's not like we're not into like the whole.
Yeah, but I mean, we need to stop giving people what we think they want. We need to start showing people new things. Like, Europeans only want shit burgers, so this is all we're going to serve. Like, maybe if you show people something else.
I think that place is like proper diner style. Like, I am very happy for that to have burgers. Let's move Uncle Lise away from burgers. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, good luck with that one. We have 2 more.
Also, because they were fantastic burgers, like no one should touch those. They were brilliant.
What frozen burger are they going to give us? I don't want a cod burger. Thank you.
No, they already said that we were going to get some like Nordic food or whatever.
I don't really like
cod soup.
I don't.
It's like when you get IKEA, we're going to get meatballs.
Oh, I love meatballs. The IKEA meatballs are the best.
We get meatballs and mashed potatoes. I don't know.
Okay.
And some kind of pie, some kind of like apple pie. I don't know.
I like the cod. Do you remember cod soup? That was good fun.
Oh God! No, we're not doing the cod soup discussion again. Sorry, veto.
Yeah. Well, Carlsberg. That was the beer of the season, wasn't it? For
France? Oh yeah. Well, that one too. We're not. The next number 21 on our list is. Oh, did I freeze? Oh,
no, you're still here. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, it is the Forbidden Pim Kitchen concept art. It was shared by others, and so as such, it is not official. But we can still
shared by other.
It was shared by others, and so you can see it at number 21 on our list, unless we've been.
Is it that one?
Unless we've been asked to remove it, in which case you cannot see it.
That looks That looks so.
But you can go to the Twitter account of James Shaw.
James, right? Photo by other,
yeah, photo by other. It's cool. It's cool. It's the outside of Pim Kitchen, and you can see the particle disc is sort of like in action. Is that a screen in there?
I think so.
What are we looking? Patrick is showing me something.
I love that screen. It looks like a burger, but also looks like.
Oh my God! It does look like a burger on the menu.
But it also looks at the same time. It looks like those actually closed today. These other places are open to welcome.
It looks like the thing that's closed today.
Yeah, I'm like,
no, but look at the entrance. There's this giant, like, what is it called? Like an pixelator, Pim
accelerator or something.
Pim particle accelerator thing.
Pims of the Caribbean. I don't know.
Pims of the Caribbean. We've been doing this too long.
Yeah. But it looks cool. I don't know what's going on in the sky. It is sort of like nighttime / daytime.
Is this going to be like? Remember, there used to be like a cafe there. Is that going to be like an outdoor kind of like?
Oh, place? Cafe.
No, It's not going to be a cafe. But there's some cool glass barriers, and also it looks like that Pim particle disc has like something in it. Like it's a screen or it's interactive, right? It looks like. It looks active.
It does.
Also, Wasp. That's exciting. If she comes out like that, I would literally scream.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, and again, she's gonna get mobbed, but love her.
So it's going back to Cafe. Cool. That was just the most unimaginative name that anyone's ever thought of ever in the world. Cafe.
It also looks like the floor is a little bit luminescent, but I think like the other concept art, it might just be that.
I think it's lighting.
Yeah,
that would be so fun.
You think so? Yeah. There's also this amazing like red tree next to the entrance, and I hope it's there because it also looks epic. And the entrance looks cool. I think the entrance is going to be probably the best part of that restaurant compared to the other concept art. It looks a bit bare inside, but the entrance looks like it's going to be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have like the exposed
I hope that
tubes.
It looks better inside than that concept art because
it'll look better. You hope, or you've heard?
No, I hope.
You hope. I don't know.
I think it will.
The
'Cause
outside
it has
is
to,
pretty
right?
cool.
It has to have like the actual shrinking. I mean, in California, you've got the like. There's all these like little screens where you can see like the burger going through, and then it like zaps it, and it's shrunken, and that
I don't
has to
know.
be there. Like,
I don't know.
surely that has to be there.
I don't know. But you have to admit, they have done quite an amazing job at retheming. And also, this is not just this forbidden concept art, but also the photos you can see from the park. Retheming the rotunda of Resto de Star, because they've kept like the same footprint and shape and turned it into a reactor, which is quite clever. And it's quite well done. And there's lights on it. There's all sorts of things. It looks very elaborate. So...
Which gives me hope for they did a great job with retheming Tower to Guardians. They do a great job with like what they have, and they're like, well, we can fix it and we can make it a thing. So I'm really excited to see what they can pull out, because it looks top notch compared to like what we used to have. It was literally like a yellow building, and that was with like some round windows, and that was a.
Anyway. I have a number 22. I thought I had 21. Apparently, I have 22 in both. It is also, it's going to be on our page at number 22. It is, I feel like I'm calling bingo. Number 22.
Like two sitting swans or something like that, right?
It is the entrance sign, which we've taken photos of, but this is a photo of the entrance sign with the president of Disneyland Paris, Mr. Shorofsky, who's kind of like, ta-da! Here's the entrance sign. It's cool. I mean, I know it's the same as the US, but I've tried not to spoil myself from the US, so I basically spoiled myself looking at it in Paris. But I think nice. I feel like it's much bigger. As you guys have not been to Avengers Campus in the US, right?
Not yet.
No. But if you look, I mean, Natasha is not particularly short. She's not particularly tall either. She's sort of average height. Why are we discussing Natasha's height? But if you look compared to the height of the sign, like it looks like the A is going to be like pretty tall and pretty big. Yeah. I hope no one like sticks some gum on it or good stuff.
I think it's a nice size. Like it's going to stand out, but you'll still be able to get great pictures with it.
Why is
it lights up?
Why is it not red?
No, I feel like his blue is a bit more welcome and engaging. Red means stop and kind of danger, no?
Maybe.
I think blue is a nice color. Like
yeah, I feel like blue is more inviting. Like, come in, it's fun and you're safe. Whereas red, it's like, it's dangerous. Get the hell out.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think blue's nice.
All right. Well, fair enough. Cool. I do like the sign. Well, that was our Avengers Campus Roulette. I think we've discussed pretty much every single thing that is going to be in this land, and it's all based on official information released. We have not spoiled anything. But yeah, hopefully the next episode of the podcast, we will have an opening date for you.
We said that the last time. I feel like we should just double
We
down.
did say that the last time.
Yeah.
Well, if we don't have it next time, then I think we should probably be sounding some alarm bells, because summer would start be looking really unlikely.
I mean, our next episode is going to be probably mid to late June, so hopefully by then we should know. If we don't, something terrible has happened.
Yeah, and then we might want to just go and find all those billboards and like just cross out summer and write autumn.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just super exciting.
Again, I would totally rather it opens later than opens not ready or unfinished. Like,
so I have to go film some new episodes of Annual Pass Showtime.
No,
but I know it's different, but like, see all these video games that like release and they're like, they keep pushing it back, and then fan back just like, release it, just give it to us, and then it releases and they're like, this sucks, why did you release that? And I'm like, we probably should not do that with Disneyland Paris. I'm like, open the campus, like, open it when it's ready, please.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I feel like there hasn't been that level of excitement for years. I feel like we're at like 1995 Space Mountain level of excitement at this point. Because, Ratatouille was kind of a Milan one attraction. It was cool. I think there was a lot of excitement for it, but nothing.
It was 8 years ago.
And it was 8 years ago, and it was nowhere near. And I mean, all the other openings, whether it is like, Buzz Lightyear or what else have we opened? Not much.
Toy Story Playland.
Casey Jr.
Toy Story Playland. I feel like none of these like lands, areas, or attractions have really generated the amount of excitement that people feel.
Oh, Toon Studio had quite a lot of excitement when that opened.
And then people entered the land and were like, oh.
Well, yeah, but also remember, like, that park at that point was
The bar was pretty low.
It was Flying Carpets, Animagique, City Magique,
Cyberspace Mountain.
Cyberspace Mountain, yeah. Armageddon, Rock and Roller Coaster and Motors Action. That was it.
Jesus. Well, excited for the future for Walt Disney Studio Park, and obviously, waiting for the lake as well. I feel like when campus is going to be open, we're all going to be like, okay, great. So what about this lake? so be ready, Disney, because that's our next obsession.
Oh, it's going to be great. Like that lake, I'm so excited for, because I think, like, you're adding like this a fantastic land, but to have this beautiful, we don't have a lake. We have Lake Disney, but we don't have a lake in
we
the
have
park.
Rivers of the Far West.
Okay, but that's different. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm used to that, so it doesn't count anymore.
I was going to ask the question, how long do you think it's going to take for us to get bored of Avengers Campus? And apparently, we're kind of bored of it already.
About a week.
Yeah,
No.
Wow. I think it's going to be at least, I would say, minimum, like, about a year before I'm like...
I think...
Well, it's got to tie us over until the lake opens.
I can't think how long it took us for the shine to come off Ratatouille, and I think that was... really wasn't that long, actually. It was about 6 months or so.
Yeah, when the floor started to get broken and the Ratmobiles were bugging out and all the effects stopped working after a year. Sorry, was that too harsh?
No, but we did. We kind of move on, right? So we get to Avengers Campus, which maybe it's in July. Who knows? And then maybe maybe it's all we talk about until we get to Halloween. But once Halloween rolls around, then we're just going to move on to something else.
Hot take. I'm sorry. Halloween at Disneyland Paris isn't that good. Sorry, it's not.
Oh, Christmas at Disneyland Paris is the best. I love Christmas.
Yeah, I know. But like Halloween, for like the amount of villains fans that are out there.
Halloween is good. It's because you haven't seen the full parade in like 3 years now.
No, but like it's like, it's like the merch is like Disney Store. The food is
the merch needs a lot
of yeah, I mean, they need to up their game for merchandise.
The characters.
There is none. And there's no Disney's Enchanted Christmas merchandise either.
The characters are
they do better for Christmas than
11 to 2. So meeting characters when it's like bloody sunny is like a bit kind of weird. And then it's like watching a horror movie in like a park in open air at like 2:00 in the afternoon. You're like, oh, this is a bit weird. But like, Halloween at Disneyland Paris isn't that great. So I think personally.
Wow, Patrick, you're going to get enemies for saying that.
I mean, it's not that great. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not my fault. It's Disneyland Paris's. But I think I'll be still, I think Christmas might be the one that I'm like, is something happening in Disneyland Paris? Yeah. Well, that's the one that's probably going to pull me back over.
But when it comes to attractions, like if you look at attractions like Phantom Manor, Big Thunder Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, like it's attractions that we still love decades and decades after. So like, is the issue, for example, with attractions like Ratatouille, is it too close to the movie? Do we get too bored of it because it's kind of like watching the movie? I feel like sometimes is the experience just not enough or not as good? We get more of it faster. Like I could go on Big Thunder Mountain 15 times and still be like, woo,
I still enjoy Ratatouille for what it's worth. I quite like it.
No, I mean I like really enjoy it. When I go on it, I like it. I don't hate it. But my problem with Ratatouille is that I feel like they try to do too much, and all I do during this entire ride is like notice the effects that are not working, and I'm like, oh, my Ratmobile is
but 90% of my enjoyment is like from like when you go on it and there's other people and they're having such a fun time and they're like screaming and like woo,
exactly,
like,
yeah,
that's like so fun, and I love that. And I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I went on there recently with a friend of mine, and there was this family and they were like so super into it, and I was like, I had a really good time, but through them because they had a great time. And yes, I was noticing all these effects that weren't working and this and this and this, but they weren't, because they just had a great time on a Ratmobile. Yeah. I was like, what? That's pretty fun.
I have a big.
We're jaded fans.
I have a pet peeve about Ratatouille actually, and it's only kind of come out this week because the 3D glasses facility is under refurbishment, so they're riding it in 2D this week. And I was sort of sitting there this morning and I was like going, don't understand this. Wait a minute. So I rode this thing for like a year and a bit wearing a face mask with the glasses just fogging up every day. And they could just flick a switch and I would have a much better ride experience.
Yeah. But also like 3D, that's kind of a selling point. So I feel like
No,
they
not when I
probably
can't
don't
see
wanna-
it, because I'm sat there in like a face mask
Oh
with
yeah, that was
glasses.
terrible.
I can't see a thing.
Yeah, that was terrible. The
A
first
lot
time
of
I wrote it
times-
without my face mask, I was like, oh thank God. Yeah.
A lot of times I wrote Ratatouille with a mask on. I just don't wear the glasses. I was like, why not?
But you can't see anything, so it's actually an improvement having like a blurred screen versus against just
A lot
like
of-
fog.
Yeah, a lot of people have been commenting on those tweets about Ratatouille being in 2D that they've actually either experienced it and like it better, or a lot of people say that they would prefer it. They would like to try it in 2D. So take notes, Disneyland Paris. Maybe it's better. All right, let's take a break. We have one more segment for you, and it is Patrick's quiz that is stolen from somewhere else.
I didn't have time. I had a busy weekend. I'm sorry.
It's still fun, so stick around. We're gonna take a music break, and then we'll be back with the Disney quiz.
What's the music?
Oh, I don't know. You're about to find out.
Something Avengers-y.
No, we already played like Avengers for the entire Avengers bullet. What do you guys want to hear?
Oh, we should do the Rogers the musical. Save the planet. Go on, do that.
Do that. That would be so
What?
fun.
Oh, do we have that?
Yeah, it's on
YouTube. YouTube has it.
Okay, well,
They released it. Yeah. So it's
okay,
out
well,
there.
we're gonna play Rogers the musical. Is that the name of it? Yeah. Okay. All right. See you in a bit for the quiz. Bye.
Strange in the air today. The sun is gone and the clouds turn gray. Just what's coming is hard to say. I don't know. There's a battle above the street. The ground is rumbling below our feet. The skies turn red and I feel the heat. Gotta go. Who can save us? Our city sings. We need the hope that salvation brings. You've the power to find the light. Avengers assemble and fight the fight. Save the city, help us win. Save us all from the state we're in. Things look dark, but I know this can't be the end. There's a future, and I know that. With the strength you bring us, we'll rise again. Avengers unite, 'cause we got to hear you say, I could do this all day. The day looks tough, but we're New York strong. And 8 million people just can't be wrong. We love all kinds, but Loki, you don't belong. So get gone. The rent and garbage are both sky high. But I love New York is our battle cry. We're ready to fight, never have to ask why. Bring it on. Yes, the city's on the brink. And it may smell, but we like that sink. We lived through the 80s, and this too shall pass. Avengers assemble and kick some
So this quiz is wild. Oh,
Sorry.
that's how you know. Okay, right. It's so silly. I hate this quiz. Instead of having A, B, or C, it has like 3 different symbols, and you have to look on the key and be like, "Oh, this symbol is the answer."
Oh.
It's so weird.
Oh well, let's do it.
Right.
All right, quiz time.
So I don't have time to make a quiz. So if you'd like to play along, please, people at home, please open page 156 of the Disneyland Paris A to Z 25-year book, because we're doing level galactic heroes. So these are the hard questions. And there's 10 questions, so hopefully we'll do. Question number 1. Say your name before you answer, Ben.
Ben.
At what time? At what time? Do you want me to give you the possibilities, or do you just want to try and like do it with no possibilities?
Let's try and do it.
Possibilities.
No, we're gonna try and do it.
Okay.
Okay. At what time do you fly over London on Peter Pan's flight attraction?
Jesus Christ.
Ben.
Ben.
Midnight.
No.
Ben. 11 p.m.
No.
Ben.
Jeff.
1 a.m.
I'm going to give you the answers, the possibilities. 8:15, 9:15, or 10:15.
Jeff.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with 10:15.
No.
Ben. 9:15.
No.
Jeff, 8:15.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at this.
I mean,
Yes.
I think that's the answer. The answer key is quite difficult to understand, but yes, that is. I do believe that's the correct answer. It is 8:15. Question number 2. What does the Kirimura sign, which appears on the little gate on the queue outside Peter Pan's flight, mean?
Oh, Jeff, I know this.
Yes,
This is the birthplace of J.M. Barrie, the guy who wrote Peter Pan.
it is correct. That's one.
I knew that one.
Is this a Peter Pan quiz?
I know, right? I hate that.
Patrick's finding out the
making-
questions at the same time we are.
I mean, I haven't read these, but I'm making so many enemies on this episode of the podcast. Halloween Peter Pan stands, come at me. I'm ready for you. Which tree in Disneyland Park was never planted by the gardeners at Disneyland Paris?
Ben, is it like a Brazil?
No, I'm going to give you the answer. The possibility.
It's a tree. It wasn't planted. It's not a tree.
Well, it's not a tree. I think that's the answer to the question.
Man is not doing well and is not returning for a long time.
A, the fig tree at Phantom Manor. B, the American honey locust tree in front of the Last Chance Cafe. And C, the sequoia tree with the entrance to Disney Sequoia Lodge.
Jeff.
Yes.
Is it that one at Last Chance, maybe?
No.
Oh, okay, well, the answer's obvious now.
What's the answer?
It's got to be the one at Phantom Manor, right?
Yeah, the fig tree actually grew naturally.
Yeah.
And it grew by
It's not. It's definitely not the sequoia tree because there's all sorts of videos of them like actually bringing it here.
The fig tree grew by itself, but it was so in keeping with the attraction that the gardeners couldn't bring themselves to remove it. There you go.
I'm enjoying you reading these questions and answers. I think this is great.
It's like the flying carpets. It grew.
Yeah. And
Just
Disneyland Paris accountants couldn't bring themselves to pay to get rid of it. Which is the only real skeleton in Phantom Manor? There's a real skeleton in Phantom Manor. I don't think that would pass health and safety inspections. The invisible horse at the entrance to the ghost town, the dog at the exit of the attic, or the skeleton playing the xylophone.
There's a real skeleton in Phantom Manor?
Well, yeah, no, that's the joke. None of them. It's an urban legend. Oh, God.
Oh, wait. So the answer to the question is none of them.
Yes, the answer to the question is none of them. I know I make really bad quizzes and I ask the same question like 7 times. Like, what does campus stand for? But I feel like my quizzes are better than this. Question 19. Disneyland Paris. I love the like
19
silence. Whatever. There's 19 in the thing. Question 4 for us. I love the deafening silence about. I think my quizzes are better than this, and everyone was like silence. Disneyland Paris is filled with all kinds of musical instruments, including organs. But how many are there?
Okay, well, there's one in I think there's one in Phantom Manor. There's one in Lucky Nugget. There's one in Natasha's office.
Well, the options are
the Chinese urns.
There's one. The answers are just 1, 3, or 4.
Jeff.
4.
Great, my answer was 2,
correct.
so I guess I'm out.
Yeah, because I was like, Ben's picking the answer that you can't even pick. So the answer is there's Captain Nemo's organ in the Nautilus. There's one in the ballroom in Phantom Manor. There's one in Main Street Station. And then there's Big Nelly, the organ center of the carousel, the Lancelot.
Of course, yeah, that's an organ. Yeah.
Oh, it is a piano in the Lucky Nugget. It's not an organ.
Yeah.
So the answer was 3?
4.
4.
4.
Which flower was specially created for Disneyland Paris? The Pinocchio rose, the Enchanted rose, or Alice's lilac?
God.
I feel like if you read the book, these questions are probably easy, right? Or maybe not.
The Pinocchio, Ben, the Pinocchio rose.
It was created for Disneyland Paris' anniversary. Which anniversary? We'll never know because it doesn't tell us. And next one.
The first one. Your face.
Oh, sorry, creating the fifth anniversary. Fifth anniversary, there you go. Next one. Which nighttime parade has never taken place at Disneyland Paris? Why is this quiz getting
Ben, Pen tonight.
Yeah, Spectrum
No,
Magic.
Yeah, the answers are Main Street Electrical Parade, Spectral Magic, or Fans Illusion.
Good.
No, Spectral Magic. What does the Larchmont Apartments sign in Hollywood Boulevard at Walt Disney Studios Park refer to? The location of a 1950 Larchmont, Larchmont Apartments.
Oh.
The location of a 1950s Disney film, the home of an important figure linked to Disney's history, or Walt Disney's first home in Los Angeles.
Ben, what's his first home in Los Angeles?
No. I promise the next time it's gonna be easier just to make my own quiz.
Jeff, the first one, whatever that was.
No, it was actually the home of an important figure linked to Disney's history.
Wait, we don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you who it is right now. Adriana Castellotti, the original voice of Snow White, actually lived on Larchmont Boulevard in Los Angeles.
Great.
So not in the apartments, just Boulevard. They just decided apartments, not really. 23, number 8. Since the opening of Disneyland Paris, how many cast member name tags have been created? The answer is a lot. 12,000, 300,000, or more than 1 million. And I think the answer is now, taken in like the 5 years that have passed, more than 7 million.
So
more than 1 million.
More than 1 million.
No, actually, it's not. It's according to this, it says 70,000, which isn't one of the answers.
Wait, what were the answers?
The answers were 12,000, 300,000, or more than 1 million. And the answer was 70,000. I shit you not. In some years, up to 70,000 have been made in 40 different styles. That's exactly the answer. And I promise you, 70,000 appears nowhere.
The answer is 70,000, but that's not even okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. See, at least when I ask questions, the answer I kind of have somewhere. Next, get this over with. I'm so sorry you were wasting your time in the back end of the podcast, people. In which year was the foundation stone laid for Val d'Europe? 87, 92, or 98?
Jeff, I'm going to go for 98. Because I think it came later.
I'm sorry, guys, but this is bad. This is real bad. Can I read the answer?
Yeah.
It was the foundation stone. What is it? It was the foundation stone for the shopping centre, which opened its doors on the 24th of October, 2000. And I think the answer was
98.
Yeah, 98.
So it doesn't actually say the answer.
No. This quiz is wank. This is so bad. I'm so sorry, everyone. And what is the surface area of Disneyland Paris? 2,230 hectares, 1,901 hectares, or 1,966 hectares?
I give up.
It probably doesn't even say the answer anyway, so...
2,230. That was terrible. I'm so sorry, everyone.
And that was the review of the quiz of Disneyland Paris A to Z.
Well, do like, comment, and subscribe, but I'm sorry. That was really bad.
No, that was good. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for at least hosting.
Hey, it was funny.
You didn't write it. It was not your fault. And we did find some actually interesting facts. I like the fact.
There's a lot of things in there that I would never know. So
I like the fact about the organs. I didn't really need to know about the rose, but hey, here we are.
Where is the Pinocchio nose? Where can we see it today? Why did
must
they
be Pinocchio?
It's probably not there anymore.
Oh yeah, well, there's that too,
I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. Well, that is our episode. Thank you guys
and on
for
that
playing
bombshell.
and the Disney quiz.
You know the way they say in show business always end on a low point. that was as low as we can go.
No. Well, tune in next episode. I want to say next month because you never know with us. Tune in next episode when Patrick comes back with a wonderful homemade quiz.
I'd like to say that I'm trying to force Ben to do them lovely.
Yeah, I mean, we have been pretty good since we started season 3. So here we are.
Yeah, I'm trying to force it. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
Even if there's no date.
Yeah. So hopefully next time you listen to our podcast, we will have a date. And this will be our very first news. So don't forget, guys. It's the first thing we're going to talk about next episode.
We'll talk about all 6 episodes of Annual Pass Showtime as well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are they going to air Annual Pass Showtimes? Tune in next time to find out. Or just watch Annual Pass Showtimes whenever it airs.
I really like Annual Pass Showtime. I think it's so fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun, but like
they kind of trap themselves with this whole Avengers Campus stuff.
Yeah, by the time this one goes out, it'll be like, well, on their usual schedule, the next one's also due out.
Yeah. Anyway.
We should just have it. This is just an Annual Pass Showtime bonanza and be like, here's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Put on Disney Plus. They need content.
Again, stay weird, Disneyland Paris. Stay weird.
It's so cool. I love it. It's so fun to love Disneyland Paris. It's so
All
fun.
right. Well, thank you guys for being on the show. We will see you next time. And by the way, Sadie is not with us today, and she is on a cruise, so she's dead to us. But no, I'm kidding. She's on a cruise.
Whoa, that escalated really quickly.
She's on a Disney cruise, but she'll be back next month on the next episode.
Maybe can Sadie do like a cruise review? And you have been a cruise as well, Jeff.
Yeah,
the same one.
All right.
Same. Well, it's not the same like sailing, but the same other stuff. Like,
well, you have done a cruise as well in the next episode.
Yeah, I'm doing the one that Sadie's doing now, but next week.
All right. Well, we'll have a cruise segment then on next episode. Done. All right. Well, thank you guys, and thank you everyone for listening. And we will see you next month on the podcast. Bye-bye. Are you guys not saying bye?
Bye. I always think about saying I always like bye, but then I'm like, maybe Venice wanted him to be the last person to start on the podcast.
No, you guys have to say bye. Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.